Hello, I am Dr. Sruthi Kavipurapu. Today I am going to speak about emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is to understand one's emotions and other people's emotions and label them appropriately and process the emotion so that the solution to the problem becomes easy. There are many types of emotional intelligence tests which help measure each person's emotions. Few, for example, are Mayer-Salvoy-Caruso's Emotional Intelligence Test, Emotional Intelligence Inventory Test, and Schutz's Self-Reporting Inventory Test. Normally, when it comes to emotional intelligence, when a person grows up seeing the other person's empathy, they develop emotional intelligence on their own. But when a person does not see or when they do not fully understand why emotions are as such and get confused, their emotional intelligence is normally low. Emotional intelligence can be acquired. It is not something we are born with. It is normally by observing, by understanding, and by coordinating our emotions in as such that the responses are apt to the situation. First important step in evaluating emotional intelligence is self-regulation. A person who has self-regulating emotions and who can understand and control their emotions in any kind of situation understands what kind of emotions other person also faces. And the second part is motivation. In this second step, when the person is demotivated to do something or when they do not understand what to do next, but they still find the motivation in the situation to solve the problem, they have adequate emotional intelligence. And the third step is empathy. After you cross these two steps, empathy becomes a daily part of your life where you understand and where you process the emotions the other person faces and you tell them that this is the solution so that they can do the same. And the fourth step is social skills. Being socially inclined does not only mean that you are charismatic, it also means that you're empathetic. It also means that you can understand other people's emotions and make the situation a little bit easier for everyone. It's not only for yourself. The fifth part of this is self-awareness. Here you are aware of your surroundings, you're aware of the situation. You will become the diffusing of the bomb. You will bring forth the solution to diffusing the bomb. Bomb is nothing but mixture of emotions that everyone shows. And when you diffuse everyone's situations where they are so emotional, then you understand emotional intelligence better than anyone else. Emotional intelligence has been shown as very important part in an individual's life, and when a person measures high on emotional intelligence, their academic, their professional and their social success is higher than others. It does not mean you're completely analytical. It only means that your reaction time is apt to the situation and not extending above it. In the modern agile workplace, high emotional intelligence is preferred over academic success because it is something you acquire by constantly observing your surroundings. So, when someone is constantly towards their own academic success, they neglect this part. So, when it comes to qualifications or emotional intelligence, a workplace is better when empathy is shown. So, in conclusion, many researchers have found that a person who understands their own emotions and who understands how to process them helps reduce the stress faced in the work environment as well. A person who does not understand their own emotions or who is arrogant enough to not bother about other person's emotions cannot keep a workplace safe. Being safe in a workplace is nothing but being mentally safe. When you're physically and mentally safe where you're working, the environment becomes automatically productive. It's very important tool which we can use in assessing the leadership style and the person who reduces stress in the environment. It doesn't only require in the workplace, it also requires at home. It also requires anywhere you face, anywhere you go. A person who is having high emotional intelligence not only understands their own emotions, they also understand other people's emotions and process them aptly. This in turn leads to increase in resilience. When a person understands the situation, they try to defuse the bomb as soon as possible or as slowly as possible to have a stable environment. This can be developed over time, but a person who is open-minded and a person who is ready to learn can acquire this skill sooner than the others. In recent research as well, emotional intelligence at workplace has been given one of the top priority topics. This can be developed in childhood as well. So when a child understands the situation and is trying to understand and is trying to communicate, they are not curious or they are not inquisitive or they are not trying to bother you as well. They are trying to understand the situation. That's why they have a lot of questions. They try to communicate constantly to get a solution. I hope you understood this part of the emotional intelligence. Stay tuned in for more videos. Thank you.